Teenage engineering, man. This here is something else. 2,300 bucks. Can you believe that? $2,300 for a 24 voice, 64 step. Basically 24, you're paying $100 per voice is what you're paying on this thing. And this is the craziest example of a synthesizer for the elites that I've ever seen in my whole entire life. I'm hoping someone can come on and explain it to me, because people who are going to pay $2,300 for this, I just don't understand it. Someone came on yesterday and they said, you never hear people complaining about the price of a Porsche. I never heard of people complaining about the price of a Porsche. So, touche. But I don't know, man. This is crazy. 24 key, 16 tracks, 9 patterns per track, 99 scenes, drum synth multi-sampler, 64 step sequencer, that's all, for 2,300 bucks. Built-in speaker. I mean, who's buying this? And the amount of shilling I saw yesterday, it's so funny, because I'm not going to name any names, but there was a couple dudes who, one guy shilled it so hard, but he had to pretend like he wasn't shilling it because they sent it to him for free. Another dude acted like he's been waiting his whole entire life to get this here. He acted like from the minute he was born, the world was conspiring to bring this to life specifically for him, and his dreams have come true. Yeah, Paulie News, you didn't buy nothing. You didn't buy this, bro. If you bought this, you're crazy, dude. If you bought this, you ain't like us, put it that way. Because this is like the biggest joke I ever seen in my life. No, I did not. Yeah, I know you didn't, man. The people who buy this thing, I'm almost feeling like they're not human. And I mean that in the sense that they're a different species, because it doesn't make sense to me how you could go purchase this for 2,300 bucks. You know, how could you go purchase this for 2,300 bucks? Should just hold it right here. 2,300 bucks, 24 voices, $100 per voice. Probably made out of some combination of plastic and metal. Clickety-clacking knobs. I watched one specific girl yesterday go on and talk about how she was upset that they didn't send them one. And I was like, well, you know what? Why do you even want this thing? It's like, you know what this thing is? This thing is like the Louis Vuitton of handbags. It's like, when you got it, it's like people think it's so cool. Like if you're in a coffee shop and you're jamming with this little box, and someone's like, man, what's that? You're like, this is a $2,300 machine. And you're like, you paid $2,300 for that? And they're like, yeah, I did. And it's like, high five. It's a gadget for people with money that are on the move but don't want an iPad or laptop. Yeah, 2,300 bucks though. This should be 500 bucks. $500 for this. Why are they selling this one for 2,300? They're selling the OP1 Field for 1,100, and then they sold the original one of these for like 500. And then they're selling the sampler boxes for 250 or something. And you're gonna pay $2,300 for this. Someone has to explain this to me. Like I said, I saw 4 or 5 shills yesterday, and I was just blown away that they can do that with a freaking straight face, to be honest with you. I can't believe they could do it with a straight face. And to be honest, their faces weren't straight. They were like, you could just see the deceit oozing from their aura. Their aura was like The aura was dark because I knew they were lying. Sounded like crap too. Like when I heard it, I was like, "Are you serious? $2,300?" And then you got the poly-in synth, which is very cool for $499. Able to move for $499. You could get an MPC for like $600, right? What's up, Elon Ghost? What's up, Polly News? What's up, Mima McConnells? Andy Fireblade? See, he's laughing all the way to the bank. Like I said, man, this whole TE experiment, I'm gonna do an episode on this because this whole TE, teenage engineering, scam that they're running on everybody is just hilarious to me. It's like they're taking the Apple iPhone model, like, it's like they're taking the Apple iPhone model and they're trying to make it so trendy and cool, and then they're ripping you off. Like, why would you buy this thing? I know you just said that you could buy this because, you know, it's easy to take around. One dude wrote yesterday, he's like, I like playing in bed while my wife's asleep. It's like, bro, listen, why don't you just go to sleep with her? Playing it in the bed while your wife's asleep, right? Come on, man. That's the craziest thing I ever heard. Yeah, exactly. The dude told me, he was like, the whole reason I paid $2,300 for this is so I could play it in my bed while my wife was asleep. Right? Digital Doom's in the code. You know what I mean? I'll tell you what it's got. It's like, and some of the things it said in the article, it was like, we've met people who've actually laid hands on it, and they said that this thing is the most inspiring thing they've ever touched in their whole entire life. And I was like, are you seriously writing that in the article? Who wrote this article? I don't think it says who wrote it. This is from yeah, no doubt there's a bunch of videos coming. Yeah, you know what's funny about teenage engineering too? Teenage engineering, when they go to those festivals or whatever, those synth shows and all that kind of stuff, I heard they've, you got something in your pants to play. Yeah, exactly, Crazy Rabbit. It's like, dude, you pay $2,300 for this to play in bed while your wife is sleeping. That's the craziest, most friggin' beta thing I've ever heard in my life. At least go down in the living room, man, where you can relax and play it. What did she tell you? What did she say? George, you got to come to bed. And you're like, all right, baby. So you hide your friggin', you hide your teenage engineering OPXY in your friggin', in the pocket of your plaid pajamas. And then when she gets in bed, you just wait for the moment for her to fall asleep. And then you slowly reach your hand into your pajama pants and you pull out your OPXY and you start playing with it. Are you kidding me? Yeah, 2 weeks in Thailand. You know what? For the price of this thing, you could take you and your missus on a 4-day all-inclusive trip to Dominican Republic. And instead, you bought it to play in bed with her. You know what I'm saying? Mental. Totally mental. But let's see what it's got. Because the shilling that went on with this last night, and I'm assuming there's more shilling come today, because what teenage engineering does is they give this out to people, and then all the synthfluencers get together and see they're basically, what happens is all the synthfluencers go to YouTube, Synth Mafia, and then who got one? Oh, he got one, I didn't get one. So it's almost like, it's like this weird friggin' status thing that they've created between the elites. And then you look on the internet and you're like, oh, he's got one and he's got one. I guess I'll get one too, because it's so cool to have one of these things. No, it's not. Here's the deal. This is how I look at it. If you got one of these things, you're not cool. You're uncool, man. You're weird. Shout out for a donation. I don't care about donations. What are you talking about? Take your money and go give it to the homeless or something. Don't give it to me. You buy one for the wife as well. Yeah, I guess if you get one for you, get one for your wife. That's $4,600. You know, that's I guess that's worth it. Here's what it got, anyways. Powerful sequencer and workflow. I heard it's an annoying workflow. 16 programmable tracks, big whoop. 9 patterns per track for 99 scenes, big whoop. Unique synth engines, that's very vague, and they're not unique at all. They're just like anything else. Drum and synth multi-sampler, big whoop. Everything's got that now. For $500, you can get that and everything. Oh, sorry, yeah, Monkey Naruto. Thanks, man. No problem. I appreciate it. I wasn't trying to be an idiot. Yeah, if you want to drop some money and drop it in, I'll go give it to the homeless. How about that? 24 voices of polyphony for $2,300. This should, when you can put 120 voices of polyphony into a Korg wave state or a mod wave, you know, you can put 64 voices into an op6, and you give 24 voices in this thing. Nah, it's okay. Bye. No problem. Later, monkey. Parameter lock, step component, stereo signal path, MIDI over Bluetooth. Stupid. Anyway, what do you guys think? Can someone explain to me why people love Teenage Engineering? Can someone please explain to me? What's up, Macro Dose? Yeah, a new Akai Force. What's that? Probably cheaper than this? Let's go through this. What is cheaper than this? Someone was like, why are people arguing about the price of synthesizers? Because we feel like it. How about that? Why are you going to argue about the price of synthesizer? Because we feel like talking about it. That's why. TE05, $1,400. This is $2,300. Rev 2 module desktop, $2,200. This is more expensive than that. Hydra Synth desktop, $600. Hydra Synth 49 key, $1,200, $1,500. Hydra Synth Deluxe, $1,700. Still way cheaper than this. But I guess you can't bring your Hydra Synth Deluxe in bed with your missus. Andrew Huang is sponsored by them all the time. He's very popular. It's for the trust fund babies. Yeah, dude, this is a synthesizer for the elites, the pompous, the throw it in your face. We got so much damn money that we can go out and buy one of these stupid little crappy products for $2,300. And you know why I'm calling it crappy? I'm calling it crappy because it is crappy for that price. For that price, it's crap. For $500, it's good. If this was $500, it'd be good. But it's not. It's crap. Andrew who? Andrew Huang? What's his name? Yeah, he's cool. I don't mind him. I like everybody. I just find it hilarious when people shill. Now I got to do a shilling episode on this. I was actually starting to come around to Teenage Engineering. I hated that company. Can't stand them. And then I can't stand them, but I find it hilarious that people buy anything at all from them. I find that hilarious. The pocket operators were like a total sneaky move to get people to buy into the company. And then when people got in, they felt like it was this weird little cult they're in now. You know, I'm a Teenage Engineering guy. Yeah, same money gets you an AR-15, that's right. So anyways, what I was saying, when Teenage Engineering goes to these synth shows and all that stuff, they don't even really associate with the regular folk, I heard. I heard they got their own little thing set up, and you got to go to them, and they're very picky about who gets to come in and see stuff. And I watched a couple videos of them sitting around, man. They look like the biggest friggin' douchebags ever, to be honest with you. And I don't care. They do. They look like a bunch of douchebags, man. Not my kind of people, to be honest with you. And when you're ripping people off like this, it's like hilarious. But I guess it's your choice to be ripped off. If you want to get ripped off by a friggin' Teenage Engineering hipster rip-off box, then go for it. It's crazy. The Polyan synth is on the way. DJ Wojtek, you got it. Damn, dude. Every time I go to get something, you already got it ordered. They should be called Midlife Crisis Engineering, yeah. Teenage Engineering's lame. To me, it's the worst synthesizer company out. It's a disgrace. They're annoying. Their products are like aesthetically pleasing to the eyes, but for the price of them, they're garbage. The only good thing they got is the medieval. They brought out the KO, what is it? The EP 133 KO2. They brought that out, sent it to everybody. It was broken. So then they basically were like, oh, you can just fix it yourself, I guess, you know? And then you had tons of people online being like, it's such an honor to have a Teenage Engineering product that I can DIY, break it open, bust the warranty, and fix it myself because they made a shit product. It's like, that's hilarious. And then they come out and give you another hunk of junk for $2,300. And you got guys on friggin' YouTube doing videos of it that's like, you got guys on YouTube right now doing videos of this. It's embarrassing, man. You're embarrassing yourself. Friggin' embarrassing. Where is a teenager gonna get $2,300, dude? Echo? You know what I'm saying? It's not teenagers buying this crap. You know the people buying this crap? The people who are arrested, have arrested development, right? I said yesterday, the only people getting this thing are synthfluencers who got it sent to them as like a status symbol, like a trophy for their service. Then you get people who are, mentally ill, and then you got trust fund or billionaires or the absolute rich. This is a synthesizer for the elite. If you ever see someone with this thing, you know exactly what's going on, if you ask me. This is basically a friggin' personality test. You can go get this, and you meet someone with one of these, I bet you I could do a psychological profile on them in about 15 seconds. Anybody with this thing who paid for it, not got it sent to them, but anybody who paid for this thing, I could psychologically profile them in about 15 minutes, know exactly what's up, every aspect of their life. I probably know their daily routine, probably know where they work, probably know where they associate, their likes, their interests, all their proclivities. Yeah, throw your money down the drain. Go get a TE05, man. $1,500, you get a TE05. But I'm really happy that this came out. I'm happy that this came out the same day as the poly-end synth because it just showed that for $499 with the poly-end synth, I know they're not the same thing. It doesn't matter if they're the same thing, but it just shows. Yeah, it just shows that you got two synthesizers and one company. And don't tell me Teenage Engineering can't sell this to you for cheaper. I don't know. Who's funding Teenage Engineering? Anyway, where does that company get their money? I bet you it's funded by friggin' Jeff Bezos. I bet you Jeff Bezos is like the angel investor for Teenage Engineering. He's like, make synthesizers for all my rich buddies and their children. Yeah, get the grind. Go buy the grind. After the KO2, I'll never give them enough. I bought the KO2. I ordered the KO2. And then I watched Fadergate unfold, and I went and called them up, and I was like, cancel this order immediately. Cancel this friggin' order immediately. They sold a table for $1,000. None of their products should be more than $500. None of them. They probably made the OPXY for $100. Dude, you know how much it costs to make this thing? There's no analog in this. This is all digital. It's, I should look into what this is actually made. It's all digital. It's all plastic. It's probably got a little aluminum casing. It's tiny. It's clickety-clackety. You know what I mean? It's hilarious. They probably made, you know how much this cost to make? I'd say this probably cost $14 to make this thing. $14, and they're selling for $2,300. That's what it costs. $1,400. My fader worked fine, but the space limitations ruined it for me. Space limitations? What do you mean space limitations? It's tiny. You can put that anywhere. You could friggin' Velcro it to your wall. What a joke, man. It just annoys me when I see this kind of stuff. What annoys me more when I see this? Yeah, it's probably a Raspberry Pi at the best. What annoys me about this thing is the shill fest that goes on with this crap. And I get it, man. You know, you get sent one, now you got to make a video, and now you actually got to pretend that $2,300 is kind of worth it for this thing, you know? Yeah, it's someone, like I said, someone said, man, you know, you're not in their market. No, I'm not in their friggin' market, bro. I'm not in their market at all. This ain't my market. Because it's a joke. And I don't do getting ripped off. Like we said, we work hard for our cash. We research a lot. And when this stuff comes out, it's just embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing that people shill it so hard. Yeah. They didn't even send one to the goddess. Jade Weed didn't even get one of these things. She didn't like that very much. Go watch her video. She wasn't too happy. But I'll tell you what, if they end up sending her one for that, because I call that kind of thing, that's synth-stortion, right? It's synthesizer extortion. So how synth-stortion works is an influencer doesn't get sent one. So then they go out and they make a video about it and they talk poorly about it. And then what happens is the company's like, oh, damn, that video of her talking bad about it got, 10,000 views. Okay, send her one, and then she'll talk good about it and say how she missed, oh my God, I was so wrong about this thing. It's like the most dishonest crap, so I'm watching that one carefully. If she gets sent one of these and she flips, I'm going full bore, because I'm down with Jade Weed now. I'm down with Jade Weed. Care Bear, she's legit. She just caught on board finally. Was like, I'm not editing my videos anymore because editing gives people like epilepsy with all the cuts and flips and all that. But I'm keeping my eye on Jade Weed. If Jade Weed gets sent one of these babies and she changes her tune just like that because they gave her $2,300, I know. You cannot tell me this is worth it because it's portable. I paid $2,300 because it's portable. Nah, man. Give me a friggin' break. You paid $2,300 because you want your little buddy who you went drinking a pumpkin latte with to sit next to you and say, oh, dude, you got the teenage engineering thing? $2,300, you're so lucky. You're so lucky, man. I can't afford that. And the guy's like, yeah, that's chump change. Because I work in Silicon Valley. That's chump change because my daddy owns Amazon. Pisses me off. The best thing about the OPZ is you slip it in your jacket pocket. OPZ was cool. The pocket operators were cool. OPZ was cool. The OP1 was even not cool, but I was like, full of bugs too, apparently. I'm sorry, can I ask you something? If you had a message for the world, what would it be? Farrakhan? If I had a message for the world, it'd be man up, stop being a wuss, grab life by the balls, do whatever you want to do, be good to people, treat your neighbor like you treat yourself, take care of your mother and father, spend lots of times with friends and family, work out, eat good, and never give up. That's my message to the world. TE's like Apple. Yeah, it's friggin' annoying, dude. I'm pissed off at TE. TE pissed in my Cheerios this morning, man. Yeah, no problem, Farrakhan. Have a great day, buddy. Give out, but don't give up. Yeah, man, it's better to burn out than to fade away. You know the deal. Just give her, man. What do you want to do, a message to the world stream? My message to the world is boycott teenage engineering at all costs because they're the biggest rip-off artists on the face of the earth. And anybody who buys one of these, if you see anybody playing one of these in a coffee shop or something somewhere, run. Turn around and run. Because they're not right in the head. That's what I think. But anyway. New M4 Mac Mini is a good deal, yeah. I quite like fading out, yeah. The only thing you should fade out is your track, your music track. Fade that out. Because stopping a music track abruptly is crazy. What's up, Kieran? Yeah, I gotta get to work here in a minute, but damn, dude, what a friggin' rigmarole. But on a lighter note, I'm probably gonna buy that. And guess what? DJ Wojtek's got the Poly and Synth coming, and he's gonna be able to let me know if it's any good. He bought the grind but sent it back. So he said the sequencer wasn't very good. So go check out my video last night. I did a live stream on the Poly and Synth. I did a synth car raging about this, and I'm fired up today, man. Let me tell you something. I've been working since 3:30. Got a little break now to down this light roast Ethiopian coffee. T's biggest crime has been never fixing the multiple OB. Yeah, dude, they're a joke. Teenage engineering is a freaking joke. Oh, Rev 2, 100%, yeah. Price is crazy, but I just realized I kind of want it. Get it. DJ Wojtek, go get it, man. Please. I beg you, go get this thing. Please get it. Why do you want this thing? I watched Aura, whatever his name is, Aura Music play this thing. Go watch that video. I had to turn it off because I was like, he's faking this so bad that it's just really hard to watch. He's faking loving this thing so bad, it's very hard to watch. That's how I felt. I don't know, man. This is the whole thing. When I first started this channel, my whole goal was like, you know what? It'd be nice to start a channel. And you got all these guys and get synthesizers and all this stuff. And the more I'm getting into this thing, I'm like, man, it's bad, dude. It's bad. I don't know, what do you call it? Selling out? Like when one of those rappers does a deodorant commercial or something, you're like, oh man, Snoop Dogg sold out. And you're like, did kind of sell out. But the question is, will Synth Samurai sell out? Will I turn into Hollywood Samurai like Hollywood Hogan did? Went from Hulk Hogan to Hollywood Hogan? Stay tuned, man, because if I ever sell out, I'll be demoing this for you. Anyways, gotta go. Slow.